call for a return to petrol subsidy regime is cancelled on Borno, with the clamour to bring down the price of premium Noto Spirit PMS, popularly called petrol, to 200 naira by stakeholders in the Nigerian socio-political spectrum. This came to the fore in Lagos on Sunday at the third Muhammed Fawehinmi annual lecture in Lagos with the theme "The Impact of Local Government Autonomy and the Minimum Wage on the Masses." Civil society groups and human rights activists believe the petrol subsidy regime and an improved reduction in the price of PMS would go a long way in reducing hardship, hunger, and social economic challenges currently confronting Nigerians, especially the low and middle income group. The chairman of the Muhammed Fawehinmi annual lecture, Yinka Olatunji, said the late Muhammed Fawehinmi lived his life pursuing justice for the underprivileged, hence the idea of a scholarship to lift the indigent members of society. First daughter of Gani Fawehinmi, Basirat Fawehinmi Bioba, who expressed displeasure at the socio-economic hardship in the country.
Masses, the general populace are suffering. The economy is in shambles, and we're not happy about that. I think the government should roll out policies that are youth-friendly and the masses-friendly, so that the next generation can be secured. As it is, there is no security for this generation, talk less of the next generation. Suggestions I made, this is also to the president and to the first lady. They should study countries that went through a lot of tough times before they became what they are. For instance, they can study the Singapore model. They can study the Finland model, Sweden. They can study America. And then also compare and contrast that to Korea.
It's not just funding, it is the management and application of funds, judicial spending and accounting for the funds spent. And of course, prioritizing our needs and projects as they conform with social realities. Those are the main things that local government helmsmen should take into cognizance when they assume power. Well, the local government have been autonomous, have been issued. The problems that have happened in most parts of the state, as it trickles out to the local government, was the
best way to go is to peg the naira. We cannot continue to flip flow our currency and hope that all will be well. It has never worked. In 1986, Nigeria tried this same policy under structural adjustment program. The only thing we achieved was more poverty, more hunger in the land. And Nigeria is not the only country that tried to achieve it. I know that Venezuela, a country outside of this place, another continent entirely, also adopted that policy, and it never worked. Several strategies that we have adopted that has not worked, including currency control and removal of subsidy and so on and so forth. They are not the way to go. The way to go is to peg the naira against the dollar. This is what Germany is doing. This is what Europe, entire continent, has done. We have monetary inflation and we have not monetary inflation. We have more monetary inflation if you have major global effects like pandemic and so on and so forth. You might have inflation, but when you deliberately devalue your currency, it's monetary inflation, and it is worse than any kind of inflation.
That's the purpose of subsidy, is to alleviate pains of the citizens. So if those people did not deliver so that the people can enjoy the subsidy, then I will not punish citizens who are supposed to receive subsidy. I will have investigated, I will have indicted those who are supposed to be indicted, and I will have charged them to court for court to deal with the rest. That will send a signal to others, and it will deter them from doing the same thing. Since Mr. President and Labour have been talking about this subsidy, we have never heard that our refineries should be repaired. One time though, when the Labour threatened strike.
Me into power was a flawed election. So therefore, he drew the sympathy of the Nigerian people. Simple. And it is only during his time that prices of national commodities brought down, even PMS fuel brought down, he was not shy away from taking responsibility of the mistakes that have been made. But here we are, we have a president who has gone through thick and thin and knowing all the rudiments, even sponsoring protests for the interest of his people, which is okay. He sponsored protests and organized protests. So therefore, what we are expecting the president to do is simple. And I can tell you, if he can do it even right now, you will see protests of peace and joy, not protests of anger. All he needed to do is that reverse the prices of fuel, petrol, PMS